You ready?
Yeah.
You ready to start? Okay, I want to
Yeah.
start. You want to start us off with a prayer in honor of the season?
A prayer in honor of the season?
Yeah, the
Okay.
Easter season. You want to hold hands?
Oh,
Wait, hang on. My hands are kind of sweaty. Okay, you want to hold hands? Let's do it. Okay.
Your hands are sweaty.
No, they're kind of warm and sweaty.
Dear um, Holy
God,
One.
Holy
Okay.
One, Yahweh.
Yeah, I just wanted to be
Dear
inclusive.
Yahweh,
Dear Holy One,
what's up?
how are you doing?
Yeah.
We're so happy to be on this path, and we hope you join us. And we're so happy with everybody that is on this path with us. And just watch over us. Don't let us step on a snake or break our walking sticks.
Yeah, there we go.
In you we pray. Amen.
Amen. That was beautiful. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Mellowbrook Road. That was great. Wow, I feel so much better. I feel so good. I feel like
I feel centered.
we're in a very put me in a very positive mindset,
Heck yeah.
which is good. So in honor of that of my anger, because I wanted to start off kind of like on a rant, and you've fizzled the flame, and
Good.
so in honor of this season, I want to resurrect that heat, and I want to talk about why I hate signs.
Signs.
Yes, signs. I'm not a big fan of signs. Well, I like signs because they're informative, but my thing with them is how they kind of control our whole lives. If you think about it, like you see a sign that says "keep off grass."
You don't touch the grass.
How many people are going to keep off that grass?
I would
Most
say
people.
more people are inclined to now get on the grass.
Even if no one is around, people aren't going to walk on that grass.
Hmm.
And I don't understand it. I don't, and because a sign is not a person. That's my whole thing. It's not a real thing.
Where does the power of that? Where does that come from?
Sign says "keep out" on a gate. It's like, who are you? What's the sign going to report you? You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of like when you go to a bad website and there's a pop-up that's like, "Are you 18?" And I think it's just there to steer some people away.
Yeah,
Most people are going to cross it anyway.
Maybe it's like a way to, like, if there were no signs and there was like a building you couldn't go into, some sort of secure, safe room or something, and there were guards everywhere. You don't see any signs that say "keep out." You're just on a midnight walk. You're just strolling through, whistling away, having a good time, and all of a sudden you get tackled by like 3 security guards, and you're arrested and thrown in Guantanamo Bay with a fucking bag over your head. You don't know. You didn't know that was the U.S. consulate.
Yeah.
How would you have known there was no signs saying "keep out"? So like, how's that your fault? So maybe signs are there to protect you.
The other day I saw a sign that said "Beware, don't worry about the dog, watch out for the wife."
Whoa.
That's what it said.
Ouch.
I thought, damn.
That.
Why'd the wife let that sign go up?
I don't think she knows about it yet.
She hadn't seen it yet.
Maybe she's out.
Maybe she's gone. She left already.
She's already left.
She already left.
Ooh.
She saw the sign. She's like, "Fuck this guy."
Ooh.
I thought you were talking about the Mel Gibson movie. I thought the aliens, the movie Signs.
Oh.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
I was thinking Mel Brooks when you said that.
Oh, yeah, no. That'd be a different.
That's a very different.
That'd be a way different
those are
movie.
Very different people when it comes to Jewish people.
Well,
I love.
Mel Gibson hates Jewish people? Or what was the deal? He had a rant
doesn't
about him?
He hates Jewish people only when he's drunk.
That's right.
Only when he's drunk he hates them, I think.
But he's been allowed back in the club.
Passion of the Christ 2.
He's back in.
Electric Boogaloo.
The second one. Oh, that's funny.
Jesus Strikes Back. It's going to be like that Family Guy episode where Jesus comes back and he teams up with Chris Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
What's a Passion of the Christ 2? Crucify this.
Crucify this.
Jesus
I think we talked about that with Terry.
I love that.
Crucify
I love that. I always
this.
love that little clip in Family Guy. It's one of my favorites.
It is. A good
hi, welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Van. I'm the host of this show. Over here next to me is my co-host Trace.
I'm the one that did the prayer.
You're the one that did the prayer. That's
Yeah.
right. It was a beautiful prayer. And now, in honor of the season, Trace, I want you to tell everyone if you could resurrect if you could murder something and then have it resurrect in 3 days.
Oh, and
what
then
would it be?
What would I?
No, what? No. What would you want to resurrect?
I was gonna say, who would I kill?
I don't want you to
and
be
then
responsible
want to come back?
if you're responsible for the killing, they come back. you're in trouble.
Who do I want to come back to life?
Yeah, if you could resurrect anyone.
Anyone? I'm gonna go celebrity. Chris Farley.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that's a good answer.
that's a really good answer. Damn.
I just gave an answer and then said, I think that's a good answer.
I would go with Princess Di. I
Yeah.
think that'd be pretty cool, and I'd hope that she would be grateful enough that I resurrected her that she would let me into her bedroom.
Oh,
I think that'd be really sweet of her.
I really like that answer because
My answer, thank
I'm
you.
trying to move on. I really like your answer because
Princess Di was cool.
No, I totally agree with you. I think she would fit great into this time in the world.
I would love to see the look on her face when you tell her the queen is dead. Just that little crack of a smile she'd probably make, like,
Yeah.
got her.
But she would smile, but then she would also politely react to it. But you'd see the smile and you go, yep, she knows.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a really good answer because I don't care about the royal family. I don't care about their kids. I don't care who got married,
Not
who
at
wrote a
all.
book. I don't care about the shows. I don't care about the queen. I don't care about any of that.
Right.
But Princess Diana is the only one that if there's like people talking about her or there's kind of a clip, I'll stop and watch it because I think she
Cool.
was the good one.
Well,
And
her whole thing
the
was
way
like,
it ended sucks ass.
yeah,
The way her life ended is horrible.
yeah, she got screwed because she
I
was.
hate that.
She got screwed because she was too cool for the queen.
Is there? Do they have conspiracies or what's? Do people
about
think
Princess Di's death?
like people think it was the
Yeah.
crown or what the royal family?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I just don't know that much about it.
Yeah.
And
People think
so-
that.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Hit us up, mellowbrooker.podcast@gmail.com. Let us know your Princess
please.
Di theory because I have a lot of them. They say it's because of the photographer or something. It was a car wreck.
But she wasn't. They claim that there was like camera flashing.
Yeah.
And the driver got fucked up, and she wasn't driving, right?
No. She doesn't. The world.
That's what I mean.
Don't drive.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Celebrities. I don't think any celebrity drives.
You're probably right.
Unless you're a car person.
Right.
Like Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld.
But you have to be like a billionaire before you start driving again.
Oh man. Yeah, you have to.
You're so rich you can't trust anyone.
That's a good point.
You can't trust
That is
anyone.
probably right.
Remember, JFK got shot by his own Secret Service, so like you can't. Once you get to a certain level, you gotta watch out.
So, man, I'm stuck on the Princess Diana thing. I hate that so much.
I didn't mean to do that to you.
I know, but I just, I love the. And was she divorced at that time that she died? I think they were already divorced or separated.
Yeah, probably.
See, I don't know
I
shit.
don't remember too much.
But I love like the clips of her wearing like the revenge dresses.
Oh yeah, she was.
She was a
dude.
smoke show.
She was
dude.
a smoke show. Holy cow! Yeah.
R.I.P.
I think Princess Di's the reason why.
That's a really good answer.
I do like that short pixie haircut.
Yeah.
I think it's cute.
That's a really good answer.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and you're welcome.
Chris Farley would be fun too.
Chris Farley would be amazing.
Them two in a room together.
Princess Di and Chris Farley.
She probably loved him.
I know a guy.
I love to think about unlikely interactions. I feel like that one's pretty unlikely.
That would be unlikely, yeah.
I love to think about that.
Like Hitler
I don't know
and
why
Pee Wee Herman. That'd be an interesting one.
That would be strange.
Yeah.
That would be a strange
That's an interesting
fly
one.
on the wall scenario.
You know what? While we're here, while we're doing this little comparison thing, I want to jump to a segment of my own
Okay.
I've created for the show. I call it Van Diagrams.
Van diagrams.
Yeah.
Nice. I like.
Okay, cool. I was waiting for the applause, but I'll take the compliment. I'll take the verbal compliment.
I just hit
anyway.
my elbow.
You see, it sounds like
so
it
hard.
sounds like Venn diagrams. You know.
Yeah.
That's the bit.
The two circles for those
Yeah,
who didn't pay attention in
and
school.
for Venn diagrams, what I want to do is I give you two completely random things, and we have to try to find similarities in them. We're not looking for the differences.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to find two very different things, and we got to find similarities within them.
Okay, so
find what makes them similar to as a way to show that we're all connected.
We're filling in the middle.
We're filling in the middle.
Okay.
The pussy of the Venn diagram.
And the first topic, please, sir.
Okay. Here's the first one I have written down here. Let's do one. These are this first one's kind of easy. Carrots and eyeglasses.
Carrots and eyeglasses. They're
Yeah.
both good for eyesight.
Both good for eyesight.
Boom.
Okay.
You lied to me.
They're both. Let me see. They're both used comedically. A
Yep.
carrot with Bugs Bunny. They're sometimes used as cigars and glasses. You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? Urkel.
Yeah.
He wears glasses.
You could use them both on a snowman.
You can use them both on a snowman. That's fun.
I never
That's
thought
a fun way to use
about
both
putting
of them.
glasses on a snowman, but you could.
Yeah, you really could if you had like a pair of sunglasses or something.
Yeah, I've seen sunglasses.
Sunglasses would be the best probably because it would reflect sunlight away from them.
Easily
Or
easily broken.
Easily broken. That's true.
You could break.
That's
eat
true, but
one.
very fragile.
You could eat them. Okay,
But it's always the things we love the most that are the most fragile,
you're right. Right.
the most precious to us.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. They're not. I was about to say they're both expensive, but
How many was that?
Karen's already.
Was that 5?
That was 4 or 5. That was.
I think
that was
5 is a
pretty
good. 5's a good limit. Let's
That
go
was
to the
pretty
next
good.
one.
Okay.
Ready? This one might be a kind of, I don't know. Hindenburg crash and Nazis. See, this is the avenue we're in right now.
Both went down in flames.
Both went down in flames. They both were.
I didn't like that.
They both were examples of revolutionary ideas gone awry.
Oh yeah. Good. I didn't know where you were going.
They both were like seen as like new, the new hip thing, and then both were actually seen as very dangerous on the inside. Very dangerous and flammable, and not good for anyone on the inside. So they were actually very. It's almost like how COVID kind of like opened everyone's eyes to like all this corruption all over the world.
Yeah, in all different avenues.
Yeah, all kinds of different things. So it's like almost like there's a silver lining there. Hindenburg crash and Nazis.
Full of hot air.
If you have any answers at home, let us know.
Yeah, please.
Let us know.
This one's hard.
It's kind of fun.
I don't know much about the Hindenburg, besides that it exploded.
Both didn't live to see color television, I don't think.
Yeah, both.
No, that's not true. The Nazis were in the late 40s.
That's a weird thing, and there's like
Both
many.
Are full of hot air.
Yeah, I said that one.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry. I didn't hear you say that.
Cue to that.
Shit.
Like we go back to the replay. Yeah, I was like full of hot
man.
air. I like stumbled through it because I'm like, does that even make sense?
I'm embarrassed.
No, it's just we're on the same wavelength. I don't. Did the Hindenburg fly to
Argentina?
Brazil? Yeah,
No.
Argentina.
Both
went to Argentina.
I don't think so. I thought about that too. I don't think it did.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know much about that.
Okay,
That's a tough one, but I
That's a
think
good
we
one.
found some things.
Now this one's obviously on theme here. Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Sorry, I almost vomited. And the Easter Bunny. Yeah, Jesus and the Easter Bunny. What are the similarities between them?
They're both celebrated on Easter.
Yes, that's
I'm
true.
just trying to knock out the easy ones.
They're both symbols of resurrection. The Easter Bunny. Yeah, springtime.
Oh, okay.
Eggs, and you know.
I think both, but they both involve people looking behind rocks.
Ooh, good one.
For eggs.
Yep.
And for Jesus.
Yep. They're both cute as a button.
Yep.
Jesus is pretty cute.
Colorful. Jesus was colorful. I don't even know.
I think the fanaticism around both of them have led to probably dozens, if not hundreds, of child molestations.
Unfortunately, yes.
That's not. Yeah, it's not always positive in the same, but because you don't know who's in those fucking costumes.
Are they able to prove that Jesus had a beard? How would they even prove that in history?
I mean,
I was just gonna say both have long hair.
I mean,
both are covered in hair.
I mean, you would assume
when I like
right?
to
Wouldn't
go to
you assume, I mean,
go to a Talladega Nights segment. Like I picture my Jesus with long hair and a long beard. That's just how I picture him.
You picture him white too, you fucking racist.
No, not really. Not really.
I want my Jesus black as coal. No, I want him like whatever is
correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Whatever's correct in that time period in that location of the world? They say it's pretty tan.
I would say that Jesus probably wore a vest, and the Easter Bunny is often
like Shrek
depicted as like it's a warm climate, so he wasn't wearing the big long
opens
sleeves.
Up that tomb rock and he's like, "Get out of my swamp!
Get out of my tomb!"
Closes it back.
And then the Easter Bunny wears a vest sometimes.
I guess he wears a bow tie. I feel like I see my Easter Bunny with
I think about him in a vest.
Bow ties with glasses.
Glasses?
Circular glasses like Peter Cottontail. Like the rabbit, the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. That's how I picture it.
Okay.
That's how I picture him. Sort of, but like bigger.
Do we assume that the Easter Bunny is very large?
I assume he's large.
Human size?
Like scarily large. Yeah, I used to have nightmares about it.
Like he's a little bit bigger than human. Where you're
he's a little bit bigger.
You're like, whoa, he's bigger than me.
He's an intimidating size. How about that?
Yeah, that's good. Like a Barney, Chuck E.
Yes.
Cheese.
Yes.
Where you're like, they're a little bit bigger than I wish they were. Especially as a little kid.
Right. Do you think both could consensually have sex with chickens, and they'd be okay with it? Because we all know the Easter Bunny has to do that, because where's he getting all the eggs? Right? I mean, that's
you're right.
Like, why is bestiality so
okay?
No, not okay. Why is bestiality not okay in society? But that specific, that's not bestiality. That's interspecies.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Like, okay, as in like, why do we follow that?
Why do it's almost like it's celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
And you know those Cadbury cream egg commercials with like the lion with the bunny ears, and it has like the
I've never had one
cat.
of those.
Oh really?
Mm-mm.
Pretty good. Full of sugar. But you know what I'm talking about? Those commercials with like the lion. They're doing the auditions.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what they've been doing, because I guess this year it's a cat with bunny ears, and I guess what they're doing is like every year they're gonna choose like a different animal to be the mascot for Easter. If it's not a rabbit, for the Cadbury one, cream egg Easter instead of like a rabbit, or a chicken with things on. So I'm wondering if are we saying that each of these animals every year they get to fuck chickens to make Easter eggs, like their own Easter eggs, or they get to be part of like the rabbit chicken threesome?
Oh, they have their own island. I heard.
Holy shit!
The animals
Easter Island. Easter Island.
They have their own island.
That's where they bring.
Dude, they're on the list. They're on the list.
That's where they traffic chicks.
I've seen the emails.
They traffic baby chickens.
I've seen
the Easter
flight.
Island, so the rabbits. All the rabbits of the world can fuck them and make the Easter eggs.
Oh,
Jesus,
we need to we need to get off this path.
That's a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Easter Island.
Yeah. It's Epstein didn't.
Wow. Let's move on to something else. I know last week I was making fun of us because we keep talking about baseball stuff, but I got one baseball thing real fast.
You don't even like baseball that much.
I'm starting to like baseball, I think, because we keep talking about it, and I'm watching the Cardinals, and I'm having a good time.
Yep.
It's fun. It's just like I like the community of hanging out, and like it's just like it's on, and she's just hanging out.
Yeah, it's just on, and
you see something cool, you're like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was looking at this the other day. Brady Ware of the University of Indianapolis pitches a no-hitter, and he hits for the cycle in the same game. I don't know what that means. He hits for the cycle? Does that mean like...
You don't know what that means?
It means like one base, two base, three base hit, and then he hits a home run?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's exactly what that means.
He did that, and then he pitched a no-hitter.
So
he's the pitcher.
Yeah. And what level was this? A high school kid?
University of Indianapolis.
Okay,
college.
So Division I, I would assume.
I assume, yeah.
Probably like low Division I, whatever that's called.
Brady Ware.
Wow.
W-A-R-E.
I wonder if that's ever happened before.
It was
in like
nuts.
Organized baseball.
Because I said that too. I was looking at it and I was like, this seems like a rare event.
Hitting for a cycle happens almost never.
That would be cool.
You know, the best ones are not the best ones. I think it's cool when people hit it in order. They've hit the single. You don't think a guy hits a single, you don't think anything of it. Guy hits the double, you're still like, oh, he's hitting great today. Then he hits the triple, you're like, oh, shit.
You're like, wait a second.
All he needs is the home run. As soon as a guy hits a triple, and I only watch Major League Baseball, everybody's like, oh, shit, what if he has a really good game and hits a home run and a double and a single?
Because you hit a triple, then it's like, okay, so all you
That was the hard one, I think.
The triple's the hardest, I think, too.
Yeah, somehow a home run is easier.
Bases.
It just has to be in such a specific gap. And it has to hit the wall right, or it has to roll right. and you have to be fast enough to get to third.
Yeah.
And not have them make an amazing throw.
One
That's
time,
crazy.
One time I got hit in the head by a baseball bat.
Yeah, you
and my
did.
head exploded.
We've both been hit.
Right open.
We've both been hit with baseball bats, but yours was way worse.
It didn't hurt. It didn't really hurt.
And you got staples or stitches?
I got 2 staples, well, technically 3, because the second
They
one
messed
he messed
up.
up and he had to rip it out of my head.
I do remember that.
That was way painful. I didn't feel
that hurt
anything.
worse than the bat.
I didn't feel anything until he stapled my head the first time. Like, it really didn't hurt that much. I think they call that a concussion.
Is that what that's called?
I don't know. All I know is my whole favorite white shirt was ruined.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Cut it off me because it was covered in blood. But on the way into school from the baseball field, I saw a hottie, and she said, "Man, are you okay?" And I said, "What's up? I'm cool." And then I walked in, and I remember thinking like, "Yeah, got it. I got that.
I nailed that.
I nailed it." And I'm like,
that's really funny.
I'm like bleeding. Like I thought it was dirt or mud falling down my face.
You know what's really funny about that?
Blood.
There was no girl.
No, she existed.
Nope. That was in your imagination. That's how fucked up you were.
I could say who it is and ruin a lot of friendships right now.
What?
Let me just say that right now.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know who it is.
I could say the name and ruin some friendships. If they're listening. I don't know if they're listening. But I'll say it later.
Off air.
Let's move on to something else. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
That's really funny. I wanted to mention something. So I was at a...
I have a story, but you can... Yeah,
we went to an Easter party today, and the people hosting it were like, bring your bikes, bring, whatever the kids want to play with, scooters and stuff. So kids had Razor scooters and bikes, and I took a ripstick, and this kid showed up. One of my wife's cousins showed up and had rollerblades.
Oh,
and he had never ridden them before.
Love rollerblades, dude.
And so he was like or he had ridden them, but like he's kind of like snapping them on. He's showing them how the straps go on. And I was like, dude, I know this shit. I know this life.
I want to rollerblade so bad right now.
I was telling him, like, we used to rollerblade all the time.
I was able to I could go down the half pipe onto a ramp, or not a half pipe, but it was like just the down part. And then up to like another ramp. And I was able to do that on rollerblades and go up off the ramp and do a 360 wheel touch and land it.
Yeah.
It took like an entire summer, and I think I permanently fucked up my wrists forever.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool.
You were definitely better at it than me, but I did it all the
time.
Loved rollerblading.
I love this like rollerblades, like moving my feet.
Yeah.
Like I see videos on Instagram all the time because roller skating, at least the 2x2, which I don't do. I've never done that.
No,
I've only done the blade.
Mm-hmm.
But the roller skating has really gotten a comeback. Like it feels like it's the 1970s in this place, especially if you go to like California and like Oregon and stuff. People are roller skating everywhere. That's awesome.
It's honestly,
I used to get made fun of for rollerblading.
It's honestly a great way to get around.
I was like 10 years early on the whole like rollerblading, roller
the resurgence. Yeah,
I loved it, but everyone, the camera looks kind of diagonal, doesn't it?
The rollerblading resurgence.
Fix the camera real fast.
Maybe we just sit this way. I thought about when I saw it today. I think that's better. I was like, man, we used to ride ours up to the youth center and then ride it at the youth center for hours, and then ride it back, ride it to the grocery store, ride them to the school. Like we put some miles on those rollerblades, dude.
Oh, so much fun. Well, we lived like in the perfect spot because we lived in town.
Mm-hmm.
So all you had to do is you just go on the street.
Yeah.
It was a little bumpy, but once you got in the youth center, it was all just slick.
Yeah.
Skate park, concrete or whatever that is.
And then
did they make like epoxy or something on top? Like how do they make it like that?
I don't know how they do that.
It's so smooth.
Yeah, it is so smooth.
And then,
there's probably some sort of finish.
I remember once I thought it'd be fun to like skateboarders wax their boards on the bottom to like grind and stuff. I tried waxing my wheels one time rollerblading. I almost fucking like cracked my shins in half because as soon as I started moving, the whole thing went.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah,
and
it's so funny now because you're like obviously, but back then we were like yeah.
One time,
good idea.
I'm almost certain I had like a lot of mini concussions, at least like 2
or 3
as a kid.
Dude.
Because one time a kid he didn't know how to rollerblade, but he would take a jump rope and I'd hold it, and then he would hold the front, and then he would just run around and he'd skate me around, which was fun. And then one time he just like yanked it real hard, and I wasn't paying attention. I was just holding on to the rope,
Right.
and all of a sudden my wheels just went, zoom, and I just fell straight back and hit the back of my head on the ground. It was great. I think I was wearing a helmet.
Then I had the realization today. So I have a ripstick. For people that don't know, it's like a weird. Somebody today goes,
Rock
"Can
and
I?"
roll.
They go, "Can I try that zigzag board?" And I was like, "That's a pretty good name." But like you wiggle your hips and whatever. It's a really weird thing. Look it up.
Look it up.
Because I don't even know how to describe
Look it up. If you don't know what it is, you're a freaking nerd, dude.
And so
it's the coolest thing ever.
Of course, this little kid's watching me.
We can't skateboard though.
No, I can't skateboard.
I can't skateboard.
I wish I could. I love watching people skateboard, and I love the skateboarding games.
One.
But today, of course, I'm like doing it, and I can stand on it still, like not move, and I can tilt my feet and do a full circle without ever moving. Like I can stand there and do some like weird things because I've just done it so much.
I remember seeing a kid that could like do wheelies and stuff.
Yeah,
That's fun.
I can pop a little, but of course, this little kid today is like, how are you so good at that? And I went, I've had one of these since I was 10. And then it dawned on me that's 15 years. I've owned a ripstick since my 10th birthday. I'm getting ready to be 26, which means I've almost had it for 16 years.
Jesus.
That's how long I've been ripsticking. Not consistently, but it's one of those things I'll never forget how to do.
Yeah.
It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Hey, okay, so in honor of, you were talking about, you're hanging out with Easter with the in-laws and all that stuff.
Yep.
So I have I'm
burnish.
I have a story I want to share. Oh, dude, I am burned from this weekend as well.
Good
It's been a great Easter.
Just
beautiful weather finally.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I have a story about the Easter bunny that I want to share. It's not gonna take long, but this is just in honor of this season. So this is a story written by a man named Pete, or a person named Pete. Doesn't say specifically the gender, but it's a person named Pete. And it's about, I'm not going to give the whole synopsis so I don't spoil it, but it's about a man in a bunny costume.
I don't like it.
I'm going to pause mid-sentence right there. So in 1949, a man in a bunny costume was commonly seen wandering the neighborhood of a small town in Fairfax County, Virginia, and watching children that were at play. When any children talked to him and asked who he was, he told them he was the Easter bunny. He would always stand out there on nice spring afternoons and watch the children until they went inside so he could find out where they lived.
Ew.
At night, he would break into their houses and hack up their parents with an axe. Then, he kidnapped the children and disappeared into the night. After a while, when all the kids in the neighborhood had disappeared, the police finally connected the murders and kidnappings to the strange man who had been seen posing as the Easter bunny. I mean, right?
No fucking shit.
After all the kids are murdered, they're like, wait a second, it might have been that bloody bunny costume we've been seeing walking around.
Fuck?
Like, who doesn't realize that? However,
I guess the 50s were different.
However,
40s.
he proved to be elusive. Nobody knew who he was or where he lived.
No bunny?
Nope. Give me some. That was pretty good. Shortly afterwards, however, the bunny man was seen again in another neighborhood in the daytime. You're just going from like house to house, bro. But when police responded, he was gone. The police decided to do a night patrol to try and catch him. Sure enough, the man in the bunny costume was seen heading towards a house. He was holding an axe. The police pulled their car over and heard him singing, "Here comes the Easter bunny, hacking up all the parents I can. Hippity hoppity, bloodshed's on its way." It's like isn't it the Peter Cottontail song?
What the fuck?
Here comes the Easter bunny, hacking up all the parents I can. Hippity hoppity, bloodshed's on its way. There we go. That's how it goes. Bloodshed's on the way.
Okay.
That's fucking terrifying. Can you imagine pulling up to that as a cop?
You said like 1948 or something?
1949.
1949?
Is when Pete said this story took place.
What?
Yeah. They yelled for him to freeze, but he ignored them and kept on walking. They got out of the car and warned him to put the axe down or they would shoot. Instead, the man charged at the police, swinging the axe above his head. The police had no choice but to shoot him. Imagine seeing a fucking bunny, giant bunny costume.
Yeah, like we said earlier, slightly bigger, and now it has an axe in its hand.
Do you think it was more like he was hopping?
Oh my god,
hopping really fast.
He's like totally in character.
That'd be the funniest thing ever. I mean, you've seen look at like old school Easter bunny or like Halloween costumes.
They're horrifying.
That shit is terrifying. Old school costumes are so scary.
Let me get an idea of this.
Look them up. Let's see. The police had no choice but to shoot him. Their bullets ripped through his costume and he fell to the ground. Emergency services were called, and the man in the bunny costume was pronounced dead on the scene. The police tore off his mask and looked at his face, but they didn't recognize him.
Oh, Jesus.
Nobody knew who he was, and they were never able to identify him. Another problem was that with the Easter Bunny dead, there was no one to tell the police what he had done with all the kids he kidnapped. Oh, he didn't murder the kids, he kidnapped them. Oh, that's terrifying looking. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh!
no. Come on.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, well, send me this. Send the link. Send that to me.
Yeah,
and
I will.
I'll post these pictures. Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Come on.
One day, two fishermen were down by the bridge when they heard a bunch of children crying. They went to investigate and found a shed underneath the bridge. The door of the shed had a big padlock on it. They could hear children inside screaming for help. One of the fishermen stayed there and tried to calm the kids while the other ran off to get the police. When the police arrived, they fetched a bolt cutters and broke the lock, letting the kids out. Then they searched the shed and discovered a bunny costume and all kinds of weapons. The police concluded that this was the secret hideout of the Easter Bunny. They cleared it out, took everything into evidence, and then had it demolished. A year later, the mayor wanted the town to forget that the Easter Bunny ever existed. He banned the celebration of Easter and outlawed the sale of Easter eggs. It's a very, Footloose.
Yeah, I was going to say, what a weird version of
that.
Footloose.
We can't celebrate Easter at all, which is weird for, a single town to say. Over the years, the story of the Easter Bunny became an urban legend, prompting thrill seekers to venture over to the bridge where his shack once stood. It was a common dare among teenagers to venture out there, especially on Halloween night. We know that. We've had creepy bridges before.
Yeah, we got them stories.
Those who had dared to go often would report seeing a figure standing in the tunnel with an axe in his hand. Nope. If no figure was visible, any teenager brave, stupid, or drunk enough to go inside the tunnel would be caught in a blinding flash of light. Don't drink underage. That's pro tip from Mellow Brick Road. Unless it's a great party. When it cleared, their hacked up bodies would be hanging from the top of the bridge. The Bunny Man's ghost was rumored to be the cause of this. They say he also roams the nearby woods, chopping up any teenagers he finds in them. Every year on Halloween, the cops try to keep thrill seekers from going to Bunny Man Bridge. Since there is a railroad on top of the tunnel, it is illegal to wander around on top of the bridge or loiter around it. If caught, the cops will give you a warning to get out while you can. If you value your life, please obey them. Unless, of course, you want them to tell you the true story of the Easter Bunny. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put just pictures of all these terrifying.
They're just horrible.
Easter bunnies all through here.
That is literally a Chuck E. Cheese.
That's Chuck E. the Cheese. That's not Chuck E. I said Chuck E. the Cheese. That's Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. the Cheese.
That's an Asian rabbit. Those are terrifying. So that's a story.
These goat face ones. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Did they actually think?
That doesn't look like a rabbit.
What the hell?
So this was a story by Pete. It's on the website scaryforkids.com. It doesn't say anything. It just says it's a story written by a member of this website named Pete. So Pete, if you're on scaryforkids.com, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to that guy. That was good.
The scary story about an urban legend that I'm sure people have heard about. People know about the Bunny Man Bridge story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not the whole that detailed of it, but everyone knows about that weird, creepy bridge, right?
I think so.
I think it's an urban legend in a lot of towns.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember the Easter Bunny ever wearing a bow tie, but he definitely does in all of most of these. He's wearing a bow tie, and I've never really
wears a bow tie.
Never really pictured that. I guess my question is, a guy's walking around in a costume, and they
didn't suspect.
They didn't think anything
at all.
At first, at all. Kind of a couple years ago, we had the clown scares. People were walking around with clowns.
That.
They were getting stopped before anything happened.
Did you ever see any clowns? Did you ever see any of those guys?
I don't think so.
I saw one once.
Maybe in Colombia, but it was
just driving by.
Yeah, I doubt. I don't really even remember.
If I saw one on the side of a road, like a dirt road, I would shit my pants.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would do.
There's some really horrifying videos out on the internet of people just driving down dirt roads. And they just come upon weird.
I hate those videos.
It's just blank darkness, and their headlights finally get to it, and you're like, "What the fuck is that? What is happening?"
You ruined my whole life.
But
now, you just did because you just brought up something that I've been trying to bury.
Oh, sorry.
For years, because it has haunted me. Night driving, walking around outside at night.
I love driving at night.
I don't look up Look up witch. Look up nighttime night driving witch sighting. Look up that.
Night driving glasses.
No, witch, not glasses. I have those.
Night driving witch
Sighting.
sighting.
Go to videos. I want to see if I can just down.
What is that? What was that? A Sasquatch? The New Jersey Devil.
Oh, right there, bottom, at the bottom, right there.
This?
That one right there. Click on that.
Oh, it says a video featuring a witch goes viral with seemingly
Complicity from the police and press in UP's Banda. I don't know what that means. Go to the video.
Where's the video?
It's right there.
This is this is a video.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, hit No. Never mind. Okay, never mind. Go back.
Okay. Weird.
Very weird. Just go back to
Huh.
all, I guess.
Should I just go to YouTube? Is it in the desert? Mexico.
Let's see. Oh, go to.
It's not following with what I am looking for here. Let me just try YouTube.
Yeah, go to YouTube. Hey everyone. You guys enjoying this? No, honestly, I don't mean for this to be like a scary episode, but with the East, I just found the East Bunny thing because
I think as a little kid, I don't really remember.
Which sighting?
I don't really ever remember.
Driving.
Like, did we ever go do pictures?
Yep. That. It might be that.
Saudi Arabia.
Maybe, I don't know. Let's see it. Let's watch the McDonald's
Fucking ads. Oh my god, I can't stand these unskippable.
Oh, I know.
Do I want sound? Or is it gonna like scream?
I don't think so.
We could do no sound?
There's no yeah. Just start fast forwarding through it a little bit. Yeah, I think this might be it.
Oh god, it is so dark.
Zoom in. Get the full screen going. Yeah, look at this. So you pull up. Look at this.
Okay, so
look at this.
Hold on, I kind of want to
paint.
You
want to describe it?
I kind of want to paint it.
Please
so
do.
I will just say the first 20 seconds of this video are complete darkness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can tell somebody's moving. Their headlights are very weak. Okay, there's a little white coming onto the screen here. A little bit of white speck.
I hate this.
Okay, it's definitely some sort of being. Black hair. We got a suspect here in white clothing,
man.
black hair.
Yeah, we got some.
Ew, it's like hobbling.
A woman hobbling from like back and forth across the road here.
She's got a damn.
It's so creepy looking.
She's got a damn beach ball on her back. What? Why do they not have like lights?
Dude, at one point.
Okay, there it is.
At one point, she charges the car.
Okay, she has a cane. She's walking with a cane.
It's so creepy.
Her head's like down. Like
this is the middle of nowhere.
She's so arched.
This is the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, this says it's a Saudi Arabian desert.
A fucking desert, the middle of a desert.
Why are these guys' headlights like?
Look, she's like walking toward them.
A flashlight. Oh, it's much longer than I thought.
Yeah, just keep. Yeah.
She gets a little bit closer. They back up.
Back up.
Then she stops. They get a little closer, and so on.
Say, yeah.
You think this is real?
I don't know, man. It's so fucking scary. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her move.
It doesn't really look like it at all, but it reminds me of that.
This thing, even if it's not real, it scares shit out of me.
It is scary.
It scares the shit out of me because it's a lot of my fears. It's the darkness. It's the.
Oh, where'd she go?
See, she goes out. She goes out in the darkness. Watch.
Yeah. She's off the road.
She goes off the road. She goes out in the blank darkness.
Okay, they turn.
See, it looks like a real person.
It's like fucking Dumbledore.
It does look kind of like Dumbledore. Like if he's bent over.
The head down is so odd.
I think there is a screech right there when she charges the car. Because look, they're not on the road anymore.
Yeah, they're like in.
They're in a field.
Fucking
now,
like
because they turned.
Yeah, oh look, then they jump scare you. Fuck this account.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, look, this is what they put at the end.
That's like from a TV show.
It's so stupid.
What is that from? That's from some bullshit, probably. Hey, speaking of bullshit, you want to talk about some bullshit right here?
Sure.
Disney Plus.
Oh?
I saw this, and we were talking about Jeremy Renner, talking about his update and all that good stuff, Shout out. Glad he's feeling better. Hope he keeps feeling better. Love him.
He was at Six Flags the other day.
Love everything he does. Here's the thing. He's got a new show on Disney Plus. It's called Renovations.
Renovations. I saw
like
this.
A home renovating show.
Or a trailer for it.
which is fine. A lot of and like Chris Hemsworth has like his own like climbing thing
I
or
think it's
like
like a
a
wellness,
wellness thing,
and he
and
does a bunch of
it's
different
like, is Disney Plus just a platform for the MCU actors
their own
to just
actors.
do whatever projects they want? Like they do the MCU stuff, but then they also like, okay, you get your own show.
Oh, you have something you have something you're passionate about?
Like,
We'll fund it.
what's Scarlett Johansson's show gonna be? I bet she'd make a really good show. I bet if she had like a project in mind, like a story, like a
Mm-hmm.
drama,
Mm-hmm.
I bet she could. I bet she'd make a really good one. I bet ScarJo's a good director. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I can see it.
I hope they do something with Chris Evans.
What do you think he would do?
He
Like
would do something with like dogs.
Oh,
He
that would
would
be
he
the
would he would
best.
like visit he would
Yes,
visit like shelters and like
that would
and
be.
bring attention to stuff.
I would love a
That would
Chris
be
Evans
good.
dog show. Chris Evans, if you're watching,
We love you.
we love you, and I want you to have that dog show somewhere. I'll pay for
Yeah.
anywhere if you have a dog show, Chris Evans. I'll watch that.
I would watch that.
I love dogs. Anything.
Yeah.
I love training dogs. Even
Uh,
training dogs, maybe that'd be cool.
it'd be cool.
Just like how to love your dog.
He does a good job at
Him
that.
and Henry Cavill co-host a dog-loving show because they both have dogs they love.
Hell yeah.
Henry
And Tom
Cavill's-
Holland, he's pretty big into it too.
Yeah, no.
Leave Tom Holland out.
No,
Okay.
leave him out. I want Superman and Captain America.
I'm glad that
But you know what? I don't want them to use those. Maybe they could use them, but because Henry Cavill was screwed so bad at DC, I want Chris Evans to not even acknowledge Captain America. I want it to just be about them.
Oh yeah, don't paint it as Captain America doing this.
Well,
paint it as
if
Chris
Henry Cavill
Evans.
was still Superman, if he didn't get screwed, I'd be like, do a Captain America Superman team up on dogs. Like that's all. Not whoa, hang on, a team up on love and a show about love and dogs.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work. That'll make it past the censors. But yeah, I saw that and I don't know why Disney Plus. I mean, I guess it's fine. I don't know because they have like National Geographic and stuff too.
Yeah.
I just saw it and it just rubbed me the wrong way at the start.
Yeah, I agree with that. I understand what you're saying. I wonder if he's actually good at that, like renovating homes,
I
or
don't know.
or was it like
Is it just a clever title? And
were they like, oh, we can
contractually-
put you in this situation and you don't really have to know what you're doing. You're just kind of hosting it. I don't know.
I hate that.
Well, it could. He might have a passion
I
for
feel like he's got a passion.
Yeah, I could see him actually liking that. And
I feel like he's got a passion.
obviously, Chris Hemsworth is a very healthy guy, so his show does make sense.
He loves the health stuff.
Is that on Disney Plus? I don't even know.
I think he's got something on Disney Plus, but I think it's about climbing.
Oh, well,
But I'm not too sure.
I think it talks about his Didn't he? They discovered he had the gene for like dementia or whatever.
Chris Evans or
Chris Hemsworth.
I did not know that.
He has like.
Wait, yes, I did know that.
I think it's just in that show. I don't think
'Cause
that's
he
what
was
the
taking a
show's
break.
about.
To like,
Spend time with his family it's not like
yeah,
he definitely has it. It's just like he does have the thing that could lead to him developing that.
right.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I like them all, but it does kind of feel. It does feel weird. I know what you're saying. There is a weirdness to that, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, speaking of superheroes, I know that you wanted to show me the new Blue Beetle show. I don't know if anyone's interested in that.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. It's a cool character, cool comic book character.
Yeah.
I hate. Oh, you know what? Actually, while we're in this comic book thing, I have another thing about comic book that's Captain America related that we'll bring up after this. But
Okay.
for now, we'll talk about DC, and then
Okay.
we'll move back. You know what? My thing has to do with both, so we'll start in DC and we'll
Start
move back
here
and
and we'll
forth.
go back.
So we're talking about Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle. You know anything about Blue Beetle?
That's kind of why I wanted to bring it up. I
Yeah.
don't. The only thing I know about Blue Beetle is like we used to play. What was that DC? We played a DC game, and then I think he showed up in. Did he show up in Flash or something?
And you know about Injustice?
Maybe in Injustice. Yeah.
I think he's in Injustice.
I just got like a look at him. I don't know his backstory or who he is or anything like that. But I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a cool, unique looking character.
So he's like I'm pretty sure Blue Beetle has been in the DC for a while, but this is like a new iteration of him. I think his name is like Jamie or Jaime Reyes.
crap.
I know it's Reyes. He's I believe he's a Latin. Is Latin?
I believe so.
Is Latinx the correct term?
I think so.
Latin.
Yeah, yeah.
He's an American teenager of Latin descent, who finds an ancient. It's an alien. I think it's like an alien. It's like alien biotech.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's like a scarab.
Yeah, it's called a scarab.
And it
the
basically like covers his whole body in this like dope alien biotech armor, and it looks fucking sick. And he's a really cool character, really fun because he's like a teenager. And yeah, there's a new show coming out, I guess.
They're making a movie, and I think
they're making a movie.
I think it's within James Gunn's universe, or it's like canon to whatever he's putting out.
I see that Harvey Guillen from What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh,
is going to be in it, so that's cool.
That's a good start.
Can't wait to see him in there. Zolo Meriduena. Well, I don't know why I'm trying to pronounce all these names.
I don't either.
He's who plays Blue Beetle, a very handsome boy.
So you want to watch this?
Sure, let's watch the trailer. We're gonna watch the trailer. I don't know if you guys at home can watch the trailer, but we're gonna do it. So
if anything,
we'll just skip through this,
and then we'll come through.
Boom.
See you in a minute.
Batman's a fascist. There's a lot of Batman hate nowadays.
Oh, that's funny.
So much Batman hate. You know, that's a big thing they do. They always say something about Batman, they go, fuck Batman. Or like, that's how you show like you're tough in the DC universe, is you go, I'm tougher than Batman. Even though it's like, there's a lot of people tougher than Batman. You know who fights those people? Superman.
Yeah.
Like, obviously.
Wow,
okay, that was
so first thoughts?
pretty dope. If I can use a young
child lingo.
Child lingo. That was pretty dope fresh. What do kids say? Do kids say dope fresh?
Yeah, that was bussin'.
That was bussin'?
He cut a bus in half.
That was pretty.
That was bussin'.
That was. I immediately thought he's cutting people in half because like, how do you know people are not like moving seats or whatever? Because he has the helmet with the sight.
I know nothing about Blue Beetle, and rarely do I pay attention to DC stuff at all. But I don't know. I caught myself watching it, and I was like, "This looks kind of good."
They got a great cast. You got George Lopez as Rudy, amazing. He looks great with the hair. You got Felipe Esparza is in the movie somehow. I don't know how, but I can't wait to see him in that. You got a great cast of people. Susan Sarandon.
I was gonna say, who'd you say the woman?
Crazy.
Yeah.
She's Victoria Cord.
Must be like the main.
She looked good.
The head baddie or whatever.
Good. She was blonde, I think. That was good stuff.
I do want to say something. Why do these movies
always use a bus? I don't know. They always use a bus.
There is a lot of bus
in every origin movie. There's always a bus.
You are so right.
Ant-Man, Spider-Man, this movie.
Why do these movies try to make us believe that a random person, in this case George Lopez, would not think twice about jumping into seemingly an alien spaceship and driving it, and he can drive it?
What makes them think we'll believe that?
Why no human would get into that ship and be able to drive it?
I guess you got to watch it to find out how that happens.
I guess. I just feel like that happens a lot.
They know what I call that? That's called a good trailer because you're asking questions.
Right.
You got to watch it to answer the questions now.
I feel like there's always so much.
That was a good,
unbelievable stuff.
Well-made trailer.
It is good. It's good.
Well-made trailer.
It was interesting enough where I went, I might want to watch that.
Right.
I mean, I guess that's what a trailer's supposed to do. And could we get a better name?
Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle?
No, Blue Beetle's a good name. What do you want to call him? Scarab? Kind of
I don't know, just Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle. That's what he is.
Yeah.
It's American.
Have you ever seen
Americans going to call him Scarab?
What is the Scarab?
Is that beetle?
Okay. But, I don't know.
It's a blue beetle. No, it's not a blue. I don't think it's blue.
It just felt like it was the last day of, like, submitting a comic. I'm like, what are we going to fucking call this guy? Oh, what color did you draw him? Blue?
Yeah. Aliens are blue.
We talked about this off the podcast before you had seen the trailer. They love neon lights. They really love that harsh, bright neon.
They turn all the lights off and they turn on neon lights.
They love that, and sometimes it just comes off as like really.
You can't see anything.
Cheesy, yeah. It's hard to see. I don't
know what they're going for. The vibe.
I don't really know why I'm trying to pick it apart because I really did like the trailer. That's the second time I've seen it.
It's definitely a good-looking trailer for a movie for kids. It's definitely
Yeah,
a movie, like, the demo is definitely, like... And I'm finally at that age where I see superhero movie trailers, and I go, that looks like it's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a children's movie. Like, I know the character, looks fun. Maybe I'll watch it in a little bit. Definitely not going to go to the theater to watch it with a bunch of kids. Because kids annoy the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it is hard to watch when there's little kids in the theater.
Yeah. Here's something else I want to talk about in the comics corner that we're in. You know the guy that played Crossbones?
Yes.
Frank Grillo?
Uh-huh.
Grillo?
Yep.
He played Crossbones in the MCU. A low-level Captain America villain. Made a couple appearances in a few of the movies. Not a very long appearance.
Had a decent, I mean, not like a long-standing one, but a pretty important part in Civil War there at the beginning.
I wouldn't say important. I just think he was the villain that they chose.
You're right. It could have been anybody. I'm just saying it was him, and he had a pivotal.
He was in
I mean, it was a driving force of the story.
He was in Winter Soldier, Civil War, and Avengers Endgame. He was in every Captain America movie. Was he in Endgame?
I don't think so.
Anyway, despite being in those movies, he felt very disappointed of his run through the MCU. He really felt that Crossbones had a story to tell, a deeper story, and he felt like he got shortchanged on it. So he's moving on to he's joining James Gunn's DC EU.
Oh,
I mean,
good luck.
I don't know if it's confirmed, but
yeah,
he's
have fun.
I'm gonna try and get my story told in this universe. And my whole thing is like, you were Crossbones.
Yeah.
You were the villain on the way to the big villain. That was your role.
Yeah,
you played it perfectly
You're
fine.
in a couple of the highest grossing movies ever.
Why are you picking fights?
That's ridiculous.
I don't understand it.
Is he in anything else? I'm sure he is.
He said he has signed with DC. Oh yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
That's what I mean. I'm sure. So like, why? I would be.
He's gonna be in the new animated series Creature Commandos because he's not even gonna be on the fucking screen, just his voice. So it's like you were on screen. I don't know.
I would be appreciative of being a background character for a single frame.
I mean, here's what he said. The actor believes Crossbones' story has not been exploited to its full potential by Marvel. Here's a quote. They never told a story about Crossbones. The mythology of the MCU and just what Marvel has in its pool of characters, it's so deep. Crossbones was there for a minute, but he was supposed to be there longer. Then they went the direction they did. I don't think he was supposed to be there any longer than he was going to be in. I don't think, I mean, literally in Civil War, he tries to commit suicide.
Yeah.
I think he does. Doesn't he die? Because she just throws him up in the air.
Grabs
him.
And he probably is with it, yes. That's why I said he's probably not in Endgame because I think he died.
She contains the explosion. So he's burning alive in the explosion.
That's right.
She throws him up, and then the final explosion happens.
And even if he wasn't dead like that, I mean,
so like,
what story did he want to... Like, people don't want Crossbone's story.
No, I don't want Crossbone's story. Crossbone's lame. He's cool.
I want Captain America. I want Iron Man. I want, like, Thanos. I don't understand why he thinks...
I think he wanted he wanted Crossbones TV show. No one's gonna watch that.
What does he talk? Like that's not coming from a comic book fan. That's coming from a like kind of selfish actor. He wanted more.
You hopped on this train because you thought you were gonna get an 8-picture deal. Is that what you thought? Maybe next time don't sign up to be a villain. Villains usually don't last that long unless you're. Maybe he thought he was gonna get like a Loki treatment.
He probably thought it was like more of a. Did he think he was the Punisher? Like, dude, those are different characters.
Oh, what if he did? That'd be hilarious.
Those are different characters. I'm just saying, like, the Punisher, like you just said, Loki, they can hang around because they can play both sides and be productive on both sides. Crossbones is one-dimensional in anything that he's ever been in, so why did he think he was going to be more than one dimension in these movies? It's not about you. I don't understand that. I don't.
My guess is he was just trying to go for, like, a Loki thing.
But here's my question, and I think Terry would appreciate this.
Don't speak for Terry.
Oh, okay. Terry, just let me know if you would.
Yeah. Have him let us know.
Would is that the Marvel machine putting something out there on purpose that sounds negative to draw attention and buzz? to themselves. I don't think so.
No, because he's talking about leaving Marvel because they screwed him and he's going to DC. That's what his whole thing is. His whole thing is like, fuck Marvel. I'm going to DC so I can actually get. I hope he doesn't get fucking shit. I hope they make him like some low level DC villain.
Yeah.
Like fucking. Oh, he's a dumb one.
Polka Dot Man. They've already done that.
They've already got Polka Dot Man. They made him a dope character.
I was gonna say they actually. That's a really good movie.
Oh man, they can make something really.
Suicide
Oh man. I don't even know. They make him one of the mob boss,
Copperhead.
one of the mob families in Batman, like early Batman, who Batman fucking like kills off.
Yeah.
Or like gets rid of like immediately.
Yeah.
Make him that guy.
He's gonna be Copperhead, because I just learned about this villain.
He's not gonna be Copperhead.
No. Listen, he's gonna be Copperhead, but the CGI on him or the makeup or whatever they do is gonna be so bad that he gets roasted on the internet, and they just cut him completely out of the movie.
That would be sad.
That's what he'll be.
I hope he becomes a character that you just can't see his face, like Crossbones. I hope that he is Crossbones in the DC universe. By the way, speaking of Blue Beetle with a dumb name, Crossbones.
Crossbones.
That's a dumb name.
Yeah.
That's like not even you. Dumb.
What's the guy in The Boys that always has the mask on? He always wears a black
noir.
Black noir. Yeah.
Black. Yeah, that's a good name.
I've never thought of
Black
that.
Noir is a good name.
Black.
Mm-hmm. That show's genius.
That literally never occurred to me.
That show's genius.
That fucking comic is fun to read.
It's so much fun.
Wow.
So much fun. Hey, okay, we know what we're getting close to the end of the show. Do you want to do any plugs or anything that you want to do? You just did a bunch of tombs. Projects. You posted some vids.
Yeah, I posted a video of the. It is Easter. I had
today is Easter. We're working on Easter.
Working on Easter for y'all.
You ungrateful motherfuckers, except for the ones in Ireland, Netherlands, and I can't remember where I saw the other ones at. But you know what? You do your plugs. I'm gonna look up where our
with it being Easter, I had a last minute order for a tomb. So if you go to my Facebook page, Cheetah Projects, I posted a basically start to finish. What's it called? The fast video, time lapse of me working through that. Like you get to see the tracing of it, the cutting, sanding, staining, assembling.
Right.
It's a really cool video, and I was pretty proud of it. So go check that out. Yeah, come follow the page. I post about once a week, once every couple weeks, just what I'm working on. I got a couple pretty big things that are pretty unique. I've been kind of doing the same thing over and over again, but I got some unique ones coming up. So
nice.
Yeah, come follow.
Well, yeah, come follow us on our social medias, especially if you're living in the U.S., you know what we're talking about. Follow us on the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Mellow Brick Road Podcast. Look them up. That's where you're going to find us. T-Dub Projects, Van Windsor. That's where you got to search. And I especially want to reach out to our fans, or at least our listeners who have at least listened to a little bit of the show, at least a little bit, because 99% of our demographic is United States, which I think is that's pretty upsetting, honestly.
Come on, rest of the world.
I think we need to expand a little bit. We do have some under 1% though.
Okay.
Here we go. We got Ireland, Netherlands, Denmark, and we got Turkey, my favorite Thanksgiving food.
Turkey.
Yeah, my
turkey.
Favorite. I had a turkey sandwich today. I had a country sandwich today.
Wow.
Yeah, turkey. Love you.
What are the
turkey? I can't remember I don't know how NATO works or with the whole Russia-Ukraine thing. I don't really know where all those smaller countries are. I feel like Denmark is cool, right?
Denmark, aren't they one of the... Or no, that's Switzerland. I was going to say, aren't they neutral?
Actually, you know what?
But Denmark might be as well.
And Turkey, I don't really know, but if they are if you're listening to the show and you're a Nazi, we didn't do that. We didn't tell you to watch it. You're just watching us. It's not my fault.
You're right.
It's not my fault the Nazis watching. They just turned it on.
Right.
If you are a Nazi and you're watching, don't forget to download like everybody else. But don't tell anyone else you're watching it.
Yeah.
Don't tell your Nazi friends.
Yeah.
Or you know what? If you're not a Nazi, tell more people to watch it so that we have a counterbalance against the Nazis.
Yeah, let's outnumber the Nazis, please.
That's what it is. Wow, that went in a weird direction. A lot of Nazi talk on this episode of Jesus Christ's resurrection.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either.
Jesus' second birthday. He had a second birthday?
How about fuckheads that celebrate their half birthday?
I hate that so much.
Give me a fucking break.
People that celebrate the whole week.
Yeah.
Well, Jesus did a whole fucking 40 days for his. We got to celebrate for 40 fucking days. I got to give up chocolate for a whole month and 10 days just because Jesus decided to die. He didn't have to do it. He was God's son. He didn't have to do that, but he decided to because everyone back then was so selfish and sinful.
Right.
It's their fault, not mine. I don't know. Ask Mel Gibson. He's the one that makes all the fucking movies about him.
Jim Caviezel? The guy from the first one?
The guy from the first one. Anyway, I want to end off this show with this little, so that we can technically call this show edutainment.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show a picture that I have. I found this as an easy way. If you never know how to find Kentucky on the U.S. map, I got you.
You got the trick?
I got you. I can show you exactly how to do it. Here we go.
I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to say this. I personally do not struggle with finding a state on the map.
I
don't know if I'd go 50
do.
for 50, but I know some people do. So
some people really do struggle. There's a couple states that I'm like, I'm not too sure. Like exactly, I'm like, I know like Michigan and
Wisconsin.
I feel like I mix up every so often, but so this is. I'll put the picture up.
Michigan looks like a mitten.
I'll put the picture up right here. Yeah. So here's a fun way to figure out where Kentucky is on the map. Is you draw the Midwest kind of like a chef.
Okay, so we're a shirt.
Missouri is the shirt of the chef, and the head is Iowa.
Oh,
right?
with the nose.
And then isn't that perfect?
Wisconsin's a chef's hat, which is
the
a
hat,
little bit of a stretch.
No, it's a tall hat.
Okay.
And then you got Arkansas as the pants, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you got Louisiana.
Louisiana as a boot.
And then you have the pan is Tennessee, and on top of the pan is the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. So when you it does kind of look like fried chicken.
Like
when you put the colors on it, it's like, oh, it does kind of look like fried chicken.
It kind of looks like Kentucky Fried Chicken sitting on a pan being held by a chef. Super weird. So I'll put that on the thing so you can show.
You just learned something.
Show all your family that actually have already left by the time this is airing.
Yeah.
From Easter, but you know what? Put it on your family group chat if you got
Yeah.
one. They'll love it. Trace, you've already done your plugging. For me, I guess just follow the show on Instagram, Mellow Brick Road Podcast. That's where I post everything. Don't forget to follow our Patreon, patreon.com/mellowbrickroad. I'll be posting some videos of Trace making a damn fool of himself.
Yeah.
At some point soon.
Some videos from a couple years ago.
Some
I think.
early T-Dub Projects videos, so that'll be fun.
I think it was during lockdown or whatever, where I had nothing else to do but to run around the woods. So.
Other than that, the weather's getting nice. We're gonna be people are gonna be outside a lot more, doing some running.
Yeah.
Walking.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get more walk and squat going. And
we're
just get some more.
Got some plans.
Yeah, we got some plans going. So don't you worry about that. Just sign up for the Patreon, sign up for the Instagram, sign up for all that stuff. Email us, let us know how much you love us and how great we're doing at the show. I'm sure we're nailing it in every single way.
Yeah, there's probably not a negative note.
No, I'm sure we're doing everything
I can't think of
perfect.
anything.
I mean, personally, other than saying hi to that hottie after getting hit in the head with my baseball bat, I don't think I've done that much wrong in my life.
Wow.
I know, right? Everybody, I hope you had a great Easter. I hope all of your resurrection dreams come true. And, yeah, we love you.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of your day.
Just because we haven't done it yet, shout out to Hoopla.
Oh gosh, shout out to Hoopla. It's April. Get your Hoopla books out. Get your 420 books. Get your books about weed. It's coming. It's 420.
Yep.
I don't know if you know if there's. I'm sure there's books about weed somewhere, like recipe books.
Oh
or
yeah.
Like that. But yeah. So read your cannabis history books for 420. That's it. All right. Love you guys.
Peace and blessings.
See ya.